Hello there, my name is Pixel Pluto and welcome to my new Let's Play series. We are going to play the visual novel Cinders by Cube. I think that's a studio from Poland. And I will go mostly blind into this. The reason why I wanted to play it is because it seems to be a more mature approach to the Cinderella fairy tale, and I always like this sort of newer takes on or different approaches on fairy tales and all old stories. And I really just also like the artwork. I've seen it on YouTube and on the trailer. And yeah, that's basically the reason why I want to play it. Now, Cinderella is actually a story about abuse, if you really think about it. And I think the game here will deal with it, with these topics. So maybe I should give a trigger warning. I am not sure. Like I said, I'm going blind into this, so I also can't give you specific trigger warnings, at least not now while I'm starting to record. But yeah, let's just start with it, with a new game. But before I do this, I would like to point out these wonderful, smooth animations of, just how these menus pop up. I really like this. Okay, let's start. I only started, well, I did some test recording, of course, that's why this is showing me this thing here. I will also have to read a lot, as it seems there's no voice acting here, so I hope you're into some dramatic reading. I still can't believe I've been delaying this for so long. It makes me wonder, if I decided to act earlier, maybe things wouldn't be so broken between us. Maybe with just a little effort, this family wouldn't fall apart like this. But I suppose it was easier to complain and do nothing rather than try to change things, isn't it always? Tonight it's different. This is the night of change, the night where my plans finally take effect. I can hear my stepsisters talking in soft voices in the hall. I imagine they too won't get any sleep tonight. During the last few days I've learned so much more about them, but can it erase all the years they tormented and humiliated me? I don't know what to think about it. People deserve a second chance. People should get what they deserve. Yeah, another reason why I'm playing this game is because the last game I played, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, was very challenging for my intellect, because it's very much about multitasking most of the time. And this here is a little bit simpler. I just have to make decisions here. And it will really depend on how long this game or visual novel takes, that I will maybe make 2 or 3 walkthroughs or playthroughs. I'm trying to be rather forgiving here and say people deserve a second chance. You can't erase the past, that's for sure. But I know that sometimes we don't choose our fates. Were circumstances different, my stepsisters could be good people, we could be friends. Whatever happens, I hope they won't come into harm. They deserve another chance. Meanwhile, in the hallway. I still can't believe she did it. I would never have suspected. Of course, because everyone is a dimwit is sorry. Of course, because everyone is as dim-witted as you are and never does anything out of the ordinary or unexpected. Oh yes, I'm sure you were able to foresee what would happen. Did you see it in tea leaves or read it in a children's book one afternoon while avoiding work and being useless as usual? Sophia, I did entertain the thought that she might try to pull something off, if you must know, but believe what you want, I don't care. I wonder if I should read the names as well. No, I won't do that. I hope you can see from the expressions of the characters who's actually talking. And I really love these illustrations and the art style. They're so gorgeous. Another reason to play this game. I also suspected she might try to do something. She was so secretive and compliant at times that an explosion seemed inevitable. I just didn't expect she had it in her. Gloria, please, sometimes you sound like a cliché villain from a bad romance novel. Of course, if something isn't twisted, weird, or shocking, then you won't consider it. Not everyone is like you, Sophia. Fortunately so, just like not everyone tries to be a mirror image of their mother, down to mimicking her manner of speech. But you are not Carmosa, remember? You do not lead, you follow mindlessly. Shut up, you. Open up in the name of the prince. It's him, why did he have to come, and in the middle of the night? Will the wonders never cease, just like your ridiculous cliché impersonations. There's no time for this now, though I'm sure Mother will deal with you later. I'll go summon her. You do that. Open up, I won't repeat myself. Mother. Sophia, don't stand like that. Open the door, let this noisy man in. Yes, Mother. Ah, Captain, what brings you here at this time of night? Spare me these false pleasantries, you know why I'm here. Where is she? Very well, Sophia, get Cinders here right away. Yes, Mother. Be quick about it, child. Captain, would you fancy some wine while we wait for my lazy stepdaughter? Don't push it. You know this is not a courtesy visit. I'm afraid a lot is going to change here tonight. He's right, nothing will ever be the same, nothing. I must admit, I'm afraid of it too, some independent woman I am. Cinders' mother has summoned you. Move, you know she doesn't like to wait. Fine, fine, I'm moving, just give me a moment. Make sure it's quick. Cinders, can I ask you something? Yes, Sophia? This whole situation, what happened to this evening and the guard bashing at our door and all? It's because of you, right? You planned it. How should I reply? Tell the truth. Yes, I guess so. I guess so, I definitely made it happen. Funny, it all started with my stepmother summoning me, just like now. 7 days earlier. What a beautiful morning. The last few days were all rain and gloom, but here we are, summer in its fullest. Press escape or right click to open the in-game menu to save or quit the game. Progress is also autosaved when you quit. Okay. The sun is sure nice. It can get pretty cold in this room of mine. One more thing I want to say is that what I also know about this game is that apparently the characters are supposed to all have a little bit more agency than they are usually allowed to have in a fairy tale, and not just the female characters, but the male characters as well, as far as I know. But yeah, although I don't feel so frisky right now, probably shouldn't have burned the midnight oil over a book. And a silly one too, a adolescent girl, pretty and numb as a freshly cut flower, shows divine humility and courage while everyone treats her like a doormat. Who writes these things? It's like a girl can't aim for anything better than martyrdom. Funny though, if it's really that bad, why did I read it in the first place? Maybe something in it echoes a part of my own experience, I don't know, and I'm not going to spend the morning wondering about it. Of course it isn't as if I'll get to enjoy the day either. Lady Carmosa will certainly make sure that I have to do the worst chores. The old hag could use any of her servants, but no, she always sends me, just to rub in the humiliation. If only father was still here. On a day like this, you would surely take me to the forest. I don't know if a forest is also a good idea in fairy tales, but okay. We always went to the lake, the magical lake as he called it, and left a loaf of bread under the old tree. But I pay tribute to the fairies, you never know when you may need their help. Good old man, he used to tell me stories about the little folk, even when I was far too old to believe them anymore. But enough daydreaming, honestly, I talk to myself way too often these days. It's only a moment before I start considering mice and sparrows my only friends, and we will go frolicking and singing together. My future animal companions will have to wait though. I may get lonely sometimes, but not desperate. Time to get up, Cinders, the day has only just started. Oh, okay, I actually thought that this would be like first perspective and that we wouldn't see Cinders, but okay. And you never know what the future may bring. Cinders. I still have some time before my dear sisters wake up. I could start my cleaning duties to have more time later. Or I could try to finish that book I was reading last night. Or I could seize this opportunity to do sweet nothing. Ha! If you missed something important, you can rewind the game using the mouse wheel or the up arrow. You can't rewind past decisions or through other important moments, however. It's not like I have time for myself very often. What should I do? Let's start with cleaning. Trophy unlocked, Since my father's death, Carmosa and her daughters treat me as their servant. Cinders, do the cleaning. Cinders, go to the town. Cinders, why isn't my dress washed yet? I am afraid that now that she starts cleaning and the others will see it, they will later give her more chores to do. Wash it yourself. But what can I do? I have to stay patient and hope for the better. I'm not flimsy. If this is a test, I will face it with a smile. If I start now, I should be done before afternoon. And maybe even get some time for myself in the evening, who knows. Off to work then. I'll start with my room. I swear it gathers the dust from the whole residence. I should also bring in some fresh flowers. It may be just a repurposed storage, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't try to make it more cozy, right? Cinders, are you there? Cinders, where are you? Sophia, I'm in the broom locker. Oh, you're cleaning already, so considerate of you. But I'm afraid Mother has different plans. She wishes to see you immediately. Did she tell you what she wants? No, of course not. Why would she? And why would I want to ask in the first place? She looked rather angry, though. That doesn't sound good. I hope I'm not in some kind of trouble again. You really could have asked her, you know. I think you mistook me for one of those gentle, well-mannered, noble girls who care about others. Sorry to break it for you, but I don't. You're in trouble, that means I get a free pass today, so I'm rooting for it with all my heart, sis. I have to drink something. I usually don't read stuff aloud and I usually don't talk that much. At this, I was helping a new employee at my job, showing him some software and so on, with our tools that we work, and oh god, I couldn't talk anymore after an hour or so. Okay, let's continue. My, aren't you one charming human being? Thank you. Now hurry up and let's go already. Oh, shut up. I used to play in this hall as a child, but this building isn't much of a home anymore with father gone. Carmosa does her best to keep the residence in its former splendor, and I guess most would be fooled by it. But for me this place feels like it's fading away. Oh, so you didn't get lost after all. I was starting to think that you couldn't find your way. But it seems you were just taking your precious time with no regard for the rest of us. You're as hopelessly irresponsible as that sister of mine. No wonder that Mother can't count on anyone other than me in this house. Don't tell me you got caught up daydreaming about some prince coming to save you. Did I? Not really. Not really. I'm not a little girl anymore, Gloria. I learned a long time ago that I can't rely on anybody but myself. No prince is going to magically appear and rescue me. My, you really are more intelligent than you look. You've already learned such a great life lesson at such a young age. I'm impressed. I suppose you have that much over Sophia at least. The stupid girl still clings to her childish fairy tales. Well, it's none of my business what she does in that empty mind of hers. There are more pressing issues at the moment. Specifically, Mother would like to speak with you. She says she has a special job for you, no doubt something rudimentary enough. So you were sent here to fetch me then. Mother entrusts me with important tasks. Don't mistake me for being on your level. You wait here. I let her know that you finally rolled out of bed. What should I tell her? Alright. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. The room feels empty again, even Gloria's presence is better than nothing. Truthfully, I feel bad for her. I may be the servant around here, but her situation isn't that different from mine. Both Gloria and Sophia spend every waking moment doing Carmosa's bidding. Just because it's not scrubbing floors doesn't mean they're not servants too. So you're finally up, you lazy girl. Can't anyone in this house just do what is asked of them? I swear you feeble-minded girls are going to be the death of me. If I'd be really mean, I'd say the earlier the better. Bah, you wasted too much of my time already. I have a job for you. Go into town and find the merchant Tobias. I need you to pay him for a certain service. I'm giving you 200 sovereigns exactly. Don't you dare lose them. I must be a fool to entrust you with this much money, but unfortunately, Unfortunately, I have no one else to send. I have better plans for those two useless daughters of mine. Now hurry up, child. Time is of the essence. Carmosa has been speaking to me this whole time, alternating between insults and orders. Do I really have to silently accept this? What should I tell her? I will. What if I refuse? What service? I will do like she says. Okay, I'll go. Really? Finally, someone wise enough to not question my orders. If only my daughters would follow suit. I have other things to deal with now. Don't dawdle, understood? Right. I suppose it could be worse. A trip to town isn't such a terrible thing. It's a beautiful day and a great excuse to get away from the house. I won't even get in trouble for leaving as quickly as I can. Besides, Tobias has always been nice to me, so I'll enjoy seeing him again. This could be a rather pleasant trip. Oh no. Okay, what? Okay. I suppose I should be grateful, even though Carmosa practically kicked me out of the house. It's better than staying there. It really is beautiful here, and it's a much-needed break from that toxic house. The lake that my father took me to as a child isn't far away too. I really miss our trips to the lake. It would be nice to visit it again, if only for the sake of memories. I wonder if I have enough time. Carmosa did tell me to hurry after all. Fuck this bitch. Go to the lake. Carmosa will yell at me when I get back no matter what I do. It's impossible to please that woman. Well, then I suppose a trip to the lake wouldn't make a difference one way or the other. It's been so long since my last visit and I do miss it. I'll go. God, I love these drawings here. I'm glad I chose to come. This place is just as beautiful as it was when Father used to take me here. As a child I knew that this place was magical, but I've outgrown fairy tales now. Still, there's something to this place. It feels enchanted. Maybe it's because it hasn't changed a bit since I was a little brat. I remember that Father would always leave a gift for the fairies every time we visited. Maybe I should do the same. Should I leave a gift? Sure, why not? I wish I had brought something with me, but I don't really own anything that would make a proper gift anyway. Well, it's the intent behind the gift that matters more than the actual gift. As long as I'm honoring the fairies, they'll appreciate it. That's what Father would say. I guess he really was a big child deep inside. I think I'll weave a wreath out of some of the flowers here. I'm sure the fairies would appreciate it. It's coming along nicer than I expected. It's been such a long time since I did anything like this. It feels a little bit nostalgic. It's funny how when we grow up we start rejecting things we consider childish, only to return to them later with great joy. I think I'll leave this wreath under that old oak. That's where Father always left our gifts when we came. I spent too much time here already. I need to get into town. Cemetery later. Finally at the town. I should probably head straight to Tobias' shop. Strange. What's that crowd over there? Everyone seems to be surrounding that building. I wonder if someone around here can tell me what's going on. Excuse me, ma'am, could you tell me what that crowd is for? Oh, child, haven't you heard? A bunch of good-for-nothing thugs took their hideout there. Bastards kidnapped a child. I'm sure you know it's market day today. A lot of folk come into town to trade their wares. But there's also the unwelcome element, you know what I mean? One of the merchants caught some ruffians red-handed, stealing from him like it's no one's business. So we naturally grabbed whatever pointy thing came in handy and made sure these lowlifes know we don't take kindly to thieves in this town. But those scum grabbed a child and locked themselves up in that house. They are threatening to kill the brat if anyone tries to enter. That's horrible. Oh, the poor mother. Thank goodness some lads noticed Perrault, the captain of the prince's guards. The captain of the prince's guard, drinking in the inn. A few men went to fetch him from the tavern. He grabbed that blade of his and went into the house without saying a thing. I wish that good-for-nothing husband of mine would be so brave, but he's only good for drinking and complaining, I tell ya. It's been silent like a graveyard in the night since the captain went in. Who knows what happened there? Oh, such awful times we live in. That truly is sad, thank you for telling me. I hope the child doesn't get hurt. If the captain of the guard plans to fight, it's sure to be dangerous in there. Wait, everyone has stopped talking. Did something happen? Someone is coming outside. Is that the captain of the guard? The child is safe now. Someone get rid of the bodies. Ooh, that... Oh... Wow, did he just take care of an entire gang of bandits on his own? He just disappeared without waiting for any thanks, like he doesn't even care. What sort of man could do something so heroic and yet remain so emotionless about it? It looks like the child has been reunited with his mother. What a relief. Uh-oh, I'm running late now. I'd better go see Tobias right away. Tobias' store is neat and well organized as usual. From the look of things, he's been doing well for himself. I guess he was lucky those thieves didn't decide to rob his place instead of one of those poor merchants at the market. Hey, welcome, Cinders. Is everything alright? You seem a bit pale. I've just witnessed a terrible scene in the market. A group of brigands kidnapped a child and barricaded themselves in one of the houses. Heavens, did someone call the guards? Luckily, the captain was nearby and resolved the situation quickly with his sword. As messy as it may seem, that is his job. Glad to hear everyone's alright. Except for the thieves. Not everyone, he killed all those men. I don't know how to feel about it. You always had a gentle heart, Cinders. Have you missed it? Well, it's been too long since you last stopped by, that's for sure. How have you been? Much the same. Carmosa works me to the bone every day, and there are times when I wish I could just disappear. But I manage, and there are days that make me happy, like today. I'm so glad to see you again, Tobias. It looks like your shop is flourishing. It does well enough. I hope you know that you can come speak to me anytime you want. Will he be our prince? Who knows? We used to spend so much time together when we were teenagers. Now that we're adults, it seems like we hardly even catch a glimpse of each other. It's really a shame. You're right, it feels like childhood friendships disappear once you mature. It's hard to keep them alive sometimes, even when you have the best of intentions. I mean, nowadays another problem is that often people don't live in the same town anymore, so... yeah. Haha, such a true statement, but I assume you didn't come here just to remember the old days. Sadly no, I'm on an errand for Carmosa. I'm here to pay you for... well, whatever it is she asked for. She's being very secretive about the whole thing. Oh, that. That? Now I'm even more curious about this errand. Should I ask him about it? Of course. So what exactly did Carmosa ask you to do anyway? It sounds mysterious. I'm afraid I can't tell you. Why not? Well, I promised Carmosa that I wouldn't tell anyone. I would like to keep my word. Also, it's basic business ethics, Cinders. I understand. I understand, you gave your word. I shouldn't force you to break it, even though Carmosa doesn't deserve such fair treatment. I'm glad you understand, Cinders. I really wish I could tell you, but keeping the job a secret was part of our agreement. My reputation as a merchant is at stake here, after all. Don't worry, Tobias, I won't do anything to make you ruin your reputation. Anyway, Carmosa said that I was supposed to give you some money for this job. That's true, but I'm surprised that she would send you to pay for it. She said something about not having a choice. How much does she owe you? Around 200 sovereigns, I'd say. Just an estimate? That means Carmosa and Tobias haven't agreed on a set price yet. If I could negotiate a discount, I might get in Carmosa's good graces, or just get some money for myself. How should I approach this? Appeal to friendship, be seductive, haggle, let him have a full price. I'm bad at haggling, but let's try it anyways. How about 150 sovereigns then? Does it sound reasonable? Haha. I wouldn't have guessed that you'd say such a thing. So 150 is fine? Let's meet in the middle. How about 175? Sounds good to me. Here's your pay. You drive a hard bargain, old friend. You really have the makings of being a great merchant. That's not how you... I mean, yes, it's somehow how you do it, but that wouldn't work in real life, okay? Or only after long negotiations. After long haggling. Thank you. I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but you're really not so different from Carmosa. What? What are you talking about? Oh god, no. You tried to get me to lower the price even though I'm your friend. So, that doesn't mean I'm like Carmosa, that woman is cruel and manipulative. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. But you only see one side of Carmosa. Her life isn't easy either. She's a single woman working to keep her house from falling apart. It's not an easy job, but she's very good at it. That takes a lot of hard work and sacrifice. I think you're a better person than she is, but you both have the same spark. You're clever and you know what you want. You'd be a good leader. I suppose you have a point. I never thought about Carmosa like that before. People aren't simply good or bad, and those who do bad things usually have a reason for it. You really are a wise man, Tobias. I've always liked that about you. I'm happy I could see you again. The pleasure was all mine. I hope that you come again soon. I'll do my best. Until the next time we meet then. I mean, Cinders can't visit him apparently all the time, so it's not always her fault that she can't keep up with this friendship, so... Oh, I almost forgot. What is it? Please tell Carmosa that I'll fulfill my part of the deal soon, and she should expect my representative to come by sometime tonight. Sure, I'll let her know. Thank you. Oh, and by the way, I had no idea you have your representatives nowadays. It comes with the trade, I guess. Start throwing coin around and suddenly you find yourself surrounded with people eager to run errands for you. Coin, you say? And I thought it had more to do with your magnetic personality. I used to be magnetic, but it made trading in metalware much too risky for me, so I stopped. Oh, people do tend to underestimate the pain caused by fast-flying cutlery. There was a time in my life when I was forced to eat with my hands, but I prefer not to speak about it. Aha. Oh, I've missed our talks, Tobias. Me too, Cinders. Hope I'll see you again soon. I hope so too. Take care of... Wait. I really miss the old days when Tobias and I played together. I'm so glad that I could see him again. Your every decision matters. The branch icon appears when the current events are a consequence of your earlier choices and could be different on another playthrough. Okay. Wait a second. And I even have an extra 25 sovereigns for myself. I could stop by the tavern and treat myself with this money. But if I brought it back to Carmosa, I'm sure she'd appreciate it. What should I do with the extra money? I bring it back. The journey back to my house was much too short. I am not looking forward to facing Carmosa or my sisters again. At least I got a rare reprieve from their insults today. I wish it had lasted longer. I'm terribly late. Carmosa told me to hurry back and it's nearly nightfall. I'm sure she'll skin me alive. Cinders, do you have any idea what time it is, you useless girl? Where have you been all this time? Apologize. I apologize. There was a lot of commotion in town and I sort of got caught up in... Enough with your excuses, they make you look so pathetic. If you chose to ignore my orders, at least have the pride to stand by your decision instead of simpering like that. The child you once were is gone. You must be a woman now. Have more pride in yourself. Otherwise, you're nothing more than a lazy and useless little girl. At least you managed to finish the task appointed to you, though I take little solace in that. Is it too much to hope that you managed to keep some of the money I gave to you? Right, the money. What should I do with the money? Give it to Carmosa. Well, Tobias asked me for 200 gold pieces, but I convinced him to give me a discount. Is that so? Here are the 25 gold pieces I saved. Well, not bad for someone like you. Well, I suppose you could have done worse. Are you finally growing up? A little bit late, but better than never, I see. Return to your room. Sophia will bring you some leftovers from the dinner. Not too bad, Carmosa almost sounded pleased. I better go to my room before she changes her mind. Meanwhile, in the palace. My lord, I've been told you wanted to see me. I have been informed of the hostage situation at the marketplace today. I also heard that you handled the situation rather admirably. For that I commend you. May I say that I find him better looking than him? I suppose that's the prince. Ah yes, Prince Basilia. Thank you, my lord, but the truth is that I regret having to kill so many men. They couldn't even put up a fight. Such is the burden of those in positions of power. Well, you didn't have to kill them. We must make difficult decisions for the sake of protecting others. It is not a choice, but a duty. And you performed your duty to perfection. You honor me with your words, my lord. You deserve it. After all, my father, your king, has always spoken well of you. I know he even considered you a friend. If the king spoke so, I am honored by such confidence. Truly, what do you think of my father? How was it to serve under him? The king was a wise, skillful and strong leader. I would have followed him anywhere. Wait, if the king is dead, shouldn't the prince now be king? Eh? That is what I have heard from everyone who knew him. Already I fade in comparison. My prince. I have not yet been crowned, as father's last wish was that I should find a wife first. Oh, okay. No doubt, he wished that I find someone capable of ruling by my side. Of course, every noble in the land is eagerly pushing an eligible daughter towards me. But I need a strong woman I can rely on, a queen who can support my agenda no matter how hard it is going to be. I am a simple warrior, my lord. I know very little of romance and politics. Nonsense. My father trusted you in more matters than war, and I too am willing to do that. Please advise me, not as a captain of the guard, but as my friend. But I confess, even my own palace is not a safe place for discussing such delicate matters. The walls have ears, and I would not wish for my search for a wife to become any more public than it already is. Might we go hunting together tomorrow morning? I think we would find the forest a safer place for a discussion. Such an action is dangerous, my lord. If something were to happen to you, there is no one to succeed you on the throne. Is that so? I cannot imagine anything safer than having the famous captain of the guard by my side. If that is what you wish, my lord. That is indeed what I wish. You can go now, friend. My prince? Good old Perrault, brave captain of the Royal Guard, first sword of the kingdom, veteran of the Renegade War. Reduced to killing common thugs and guarding market stalls, not yet aware of how obsolete his role is. These are different times that require a new kind of bravery and power. Our wars will not be fought using iron and fire, but gold and lies. I hope you can adapt to these new times, my poor old friend. Because when I become the king and start realizing my plans, goodness knows I'm going to need someone like you. Okay, I was kind of afraid. Who knows what he will do during hunting. Later that night. Finally, I have some time to myself after doing Carmosa's bidding all day. Still, it could have been worse. Carmosa was furious and I got nothing but cold scraps for dinner. But at least I was able to get away from the house for most of the day. I always love going into town. I can't believe how exhausted I am after today though. My feet ache and I feel so sleepy. I should go to bed. Carmosa certainly won't allow me to sleep in tomorrow. Knocking sound. Was it someone knocking at the door? Why would someone be visiting us at such a late hour? Silence! I paid for your discretion and yet you pound on the front door as if it's a war drum. Right, pardon madame. I swear I'll be silent as the tombs are right away. Mum's the word. Enough with your nonsense. The package is ready to go. Can I trust you? Oi, you won't. You wound my pride, madame. I'm more trustworthy than an old priest in a confessional. Such an utterance is of little comfort to me. Hee, no one can escape Carmosa's biting tongue. Now prove there is some value to your words and go before someone sees you. I think he's gone. What was it all about? What on earth is Carmosa trying to hide? Maybe I should sneak out the window and try to follow him. He can't have gone far. If I leave now, I'm sure I can catch up with him. No, that's crazy. I can't do that. What should I do? Stay in the room, follow the mysterious visitor. Of course we're going to follow him. Or, who knows? I must be crazy, but this might be my only chance. How long have I waited here wishing for a change? Finally an opportunity has presented itself. Carmosa clearly has a secret. If I could figure it out, I might have an advantage over her. No one is outside the window. Now is as good as time as ever. Here goes nothing. Well, now what? I tried to keep my distance while following that man, and now I've lost his trail completely. If he's somewhere up ahead, I'll really have to hurry to catch up with him. But if I accidentally pass him, then I run the risk of running into him when I return home. Ow! Curse these demonic excuses for plants. The way you scratch at a fellow, you're more likely wildcats than shrubs. That must be him. He's close, I'd better hide. Arc-blasted rocks, what are they doing in my path? You'd think they'd clear out this place, accounting that a fellow can't see a thing in the dark. It's not proper, I tell you. Well, I'm sure this be the place where I'm scheduled to meet that smart-ass merchant. Smart-ass or not, shouldn't you be more careful in talking about the man who pays you? Oh, boss, I was just talking a little to myself. No harm meant, you know. Truly, I suppose I can let this one go if you have brought the package as discreetly as Lady Carmosa requested. Of course, no ifs about it, boss. It wounds my honor that you'd doubt my competence for even a moment. No, I'd never doubt you. Now hand it over. Tobias is also kind of playing apparently a shady game here. Oh, before I do, boss, I have a little something I needed to ask you. And what would that be? You know, I'm an honest man, but my curiosity just took hold of me so hard I had to have a look inside this package. And lo and behold, my eye spies a mighty fine necklace set with rubies and made of gold. It's worth thousands of sovereigns at least, yeah? I specifically instructed you not to look inside. But the necklace... Yes, it's probably worth quite a lot of money. I don't get it, boss. Why is the noble lady paying us to take this off her hands? Seems all wrong ways around to me. I'm sure she has her reasons, and you're not being paid to poke around and ask needless questions. In fact, if you don't keep your mouth shut, you won't be paid at all. Whoa, boss, no need to get so angry. My mouth is secure as the royal treasury it is. I doubt the contents are quite as valuable. Still, you've completed your task, so here's your pay. 15 sovereigns. Try not to drink it all at once. Me? Never. You wound me with your accusations, boss. I'm sure. Well, we should return to town before someone stumbles upon us. What on earth is Tobias up to? Never mind that. If I don't do something, they'll leave before I can do anything. Now might be my only chance to confront him, but I probably shouldn't act too impulsively. What should I do? Oh, this is difficult. Go back home to confront Tobias now. Well, on the one hand, I promised that I wouldn't pry into what Tobias is doing, or what kind of service Tobias is giving to Lady Carmosa, but on the other hand, now it's too late. You followed them? What should I do? Go back home, confront Tobias now. We go back home. Because maybe at some point later we will find out what happens anyway. I think I've seen enough. I'd better get back before they catch me or someone finds me missing. I'll talk to Tobias about this later after I've had some time to think about it. It's best to speak with him alone anyway. In the morning. Okay, I think we played enough. I think we played enough for now. My voice isn't very good with this anyway. And my throat feels very scratchy. So yeah. You are of course welcome to like this video, to leave a comment and tell me what bad decisions I took here so far, but in a civilized manner. And you're also welcome to subscribe to my channel. And otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video, the playthrough so far. And thank you for watching. And until next time, bye bye.